Hi everyone. Just a thought that came to my mind studying the Bible today, this morning. Um, you know, I'm just seeing an overwhelming amount of teachers on the internet and in fellowships that you go to, that believers can lose their salvation. And I had a thought come to mind and I just wanted to share it. This will be a short one. So let's look at John 4:14. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him, a well of water springing up into everlasting life. Let's do it again. This is Jesus speaking. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. Shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. That's everlasting life. Okay, so this is just a short video to point out the fact that, it crossed my mind that anyone who goes to hell, pretty well everyone knows that by now that people thirst in hell, right? And the rich man and Lazarus, if you go look up that story, you can find it on the internet, the rich man and Lazarus. The rich man was in hell, and I mean, he was pleading for just a drop of water on his tongue. He was thirsty, and he was in hell. And, this is a known fact in the Christian community, and yet we see the teachings often that Christians can lose their salvation and be thrown in hell. So this crossed my mind, and I just wanted to point out that Jesus' own words, the red words here, but whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. Another translation says shall never thirst again. Okay? But, and that this water, it'll spring up into everlasting life. Okay? So, we speak of people losing their salvation. Well, Jesus promises here that you'll never thirst. You'll never thirst again, okay? And that you'll, this water that he gives it's a well of water springing up into everlasting life. That's forever and ever and ever. It's infinite. It's everlasting. This is what Jesus' words say. So the main point I want to make is that Jesus himself said, but whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. Okay? Another translation, shall never thirst again. So, because we see by scripture in the rich man and Lazarus that someone in hell will plead for water, even a drop of water. They are so thirsty. And maybe, I can just hear someone right now saying, well, you know what, that's natural water here and spiritual there. Guess what? That rich man was pleading for a drop of water. Even though he was in his spiritual body, he thirsted he thirsted as though a person would thirst here on earth. He was thirsty. Let's just face it, he was thirsty. Like we're parched and we need a drink. He experienced that same thirst, only a million times worse, millions and millions times. We can't even comprehend a thirst like that in hell. But he pleaded for a drop of water. Now, we cannot lose our salvation as Christians because Jesus promised us, you will never thirst. To those of us who believe in Jesus Christ, he promised us, you will never thirst. And you have to thirst in hell. So that is evidence, good evidence, though it's a small thing, that, we will have everlasting life and we will never thirst. That means we cannot go to hell because people thirst in hell. His promises are real. He's true to his promises, and he's not a man that he should lie. Hope that helps you. God bless.